One of my favorite fun facts is I used to put my oldest son to sleep with We Fit the workout plan. So my oldest son, Savion, he was born around the time that We Fit was made. He was born a year prior to, or not even a year, but it's funny because, of course, he at the time was more of a mother's child, a mama's boy, and whenever I would hold him, he would cry. He would just, and it's just funny. I don't even know how this came about, but one day Sade was just real tired and needed me to hold him and try to put him to sleep. And so I tried to do different things to put him to sleep. And then I started singing Abnormal, which is the last song on We Fit the workout plan. It's a cypher song with some of my favorite artists. And whenever I would sing that song to him, he would drift off to sleep. I don't remember if I played the song or if I think I used to play it and he would go to sleep, but eventually I would just sing the song to him. Like I would sing the hook and then I would rap it like without the music, just a cappella, and he would just drift off to sleep. And of course, what's so dope about this is now he's 10 years old and he's a music producer. Now he makes beats. He's had several clients buy beats from him. He writes his own music as well. So it just came full circle how like I used to sing to him when he was a baby, and now I'm not gonna take full credit, you know, but my son loves music and he likes making music. He's a big fan of L.I.F.E and a lot of the Reach record artists. He likes 1K Feud. He likes a lot of CHH artists. So it's pretty cool. I prefer an $150 mic over a $3,000 mic. This is true.
What?
So prior to recording We Fit the workout plan, I used an AKG Perception 220. Great mic, especially if you're on a budget. Theory has it used that mic when I recorded 14 to Life and Behind the Glory. That's who I recorded those albums with. And then he moved to Portland to work with Braille. So I was like, well, I could either try to find another studio or I could buy my own equipment. So I decided I'm gonna buy my own equipment and I'm gonna learn the ropes. So I bought the AKG 220 so that I could have some continuity with my sound. And so, but then Cross Movement came into the picture and they're in the process of selling their studio equipment because they had just shut down their studio. But they were like, you know what, before we sell this stuff, we can let you borrow it for We Fit so you can make it sound the best as possible. So they sent me some gear, sent me several things, and the most expensive thing they sent me was a Neumann U87 microphone. This is a $3,000 plus microphone, and you know, you think of course $3,000 microphone. This is like the, you know, the Rolls Royce of microphones. So you're thinking like this thing about to be crazy. However, like when I recorded on it, like I honestly, and maybe it's because I just didn't have much experience, you know, with different microphones, maybe because come to think about it, like I only recorded one other album at that point, which was Boom Baptism. So maybe it's just I didn't have the experience. But honestly, like I've always had an ear for sound, and just the way the Neumann, just my voice with the Neumann, it just sounded really thick. Like it was so thick that even with like a lot of EQ, I couldn't cut it. My voice has a lot of bass. It's not a deep, I don't have a deep voice, but my voice has a lot of bass frequencies. And so I was trying to cut it out in the mix. Like, this thing just don't sound right. So long story short, I ended up recording my entire album with the AKG 220. Like I was like, this sound, to me, it just sounds better with my voice than the Neumann U87. So I'm not saying that the AKG 220 is a better microphone than the U87. What I am saying is just because it's more expensive doesn't mean it's better for your situation.
You gotta change how you eat. When you do it, it's gonna change how you think and how you speak.
this is one of my favorite fun facts right here. T.R.U ghost mixed 3 of the songs on We Fit the Workout Plan. Yeah, now I know you've heard of ghost writing, but what about ghost mixing? You ever heard of that? That's a new one. So T.R.U, of course, cross movement legend, has made some of my favorite beats ever. He made Accept the Truth by the Truth, one of his earlier songs, which still has one of the hardest beats I ever heard. Period. That beat is so fire. How the story goes is, so DJ Essence, I told y'all, he mastered the album, but then Cross Movement wanted the album to get remastered. But they figured in order for the remaster to sound the best it could, they figured some of the songs needed to be remixed. Not all of them, but just 3, because there's 18 songs on the project. But they figured 3 of them were the ones they were really having issues with in the master, which was Diet with Humble Tip. I think it was Sweat It Out. And there's one, what was the other one? I forget, it's been so long. But he remixed those 2 and then one more. It might have been This Waste. I think that might have been it. So T.R.U, they flew T.R.U into Cincinnati, and we actually mixed the song. We spent the whole day mixing the 3 songs in his hotel room. So he brought his laptop, I brought my computer, and he actually, he showed me plugins like that I never seen. He showed me processes, like how to bust tracks, like just a lot of stuff, a lot of like key shortcuts, a lot of stuff I still use to this day, is because I learned it during that one-day mixing session with T.R.U. So even though, like, on one end I really hated that I had to get, or not hated, but I really didn't like that I had to get the album remastered, but the good thing that came out of it was a lot of engineering skills that I learned from T.R.U in that one day that we got to fellowship and break bread together. So it was a blessing, like it really was. So